Hello everybody, welcome back to this trade recap. Today is Wednesday, I just finished the trade recap of Monday. Now it's a bit late, but yeah, today's session was a bit weird for me because again, I'm not being able to sleep that much, so I kind of arrived into the session kind of a bit late. But I was there, I kind of watched it and I analyzed it. You can see here by the title we got a bit hooked because this, I want to be transparent, this is paper trading. This is not a real account that I have, but again, I treat it as like, okay, I want to be a better trader. I want to take trades that will push me to be better. So even though maybe I arrived late to the session, I was completely destroyed and I didn't feel like entering on my actual trade, on my actual accounts, I could still as well give myself one trade as my usual rule and trade like it's real, but maybe doesn't impact that much my mental side, or I don't want to like be in a trade. Sometimes it happens, and when days like this arrive, don't worry, you can of course trade with a paper account, but still again, think that it's real. Like actually in the back of your mind think, okay, this could be an actual trade, and if you lose the paper trade, just document it as you would have lost. Okay, so it's not just a fake trade, it's actually a trade that you enter with conviction, with a thought behind it. So just wanted to make this preamble and to just say it. I want to be very transparent, and yeah, that's it. So basically today, a lot of volatility. Asia, London kind of were in a range. So when you are in this big of a range, you want to see if New York takes one side and goes for the other. We had this line here. What is it? It's a 4-hour fill. Okay, so we had down. Okay, I can take out this. Okay, so these are my like execution of paper when I find it good, but they're actually very good execution. So we still have this 4-hour. Okay, so when you go into the session, you can mark out the 4-hour gaps, which are good draws, actually really good draws, also hourly or 50 minutes unfilled. And we had this 4-hour, okay, immediately next to it. We displaced up and then we were kind of ranging. I actually thought that we could react, okay, from low to high of this 4-hour. We could react from here. This first presented gap of Monday, and we could, after we put in this wick after closing, I thought that the 10 a.m. candle could have been the displacement to get these highs here. We have so many highs. We have all-time highs, not that far off. But what I ended up playing, I was still open for the bearish side. And what I'm playing was actually the fill of this 4-hour. And we're kind of going lower. I think we're going to fill also this one. So yeah, basically, there was also another nice one at the start of the session. We immediately displaced. When we have this big first candle, I actually don't like it that much because it's kind of hard to go through it. But again, in this case, there was this first presented, and then we took London, and then we completely inversed immediately. So this couldn't be an entry here. But again, it's also CSD, so it's change state of delivery here. But I don't want to enter if I have a huge 1 minute, especially the first candle of 9:30. It's there. Okay, we could have just retrace from here. We could have retraced exactly like entering long here is kind of, now we're like in premium. Okay, so if you take this whole range, entering long would have been better like here, you know. And here we're already above 0.5, which is still more inexpensive, and we have this big 1 minute. So I was like, okay, if I saw this, I don't think I would have entered. And again, after here, we go up and we take this highs here, and we don't go for London because this is the first presented of Tuesday. First presented, again, it can be used for targets, very powerful. You can see here how we fill it and the bodies respect the midpoint. So it was like, oh, okay, this is a good indication for sure. So let's see what happens. I think here we had, in this case here, we had this 5 minute, okay? No, we had this 5 minutes. So this could have been an entry here, but I also saw, not 2, 3. I also saw that we had this 3 minute. So for me, this 3 minute was, okay, I want to see a clear closure below. And even though we can close below, that's kind of considered, as I already said, in premium, my target is here, and so would have been kind of justified. And so we actually close below, okay, this 3 minutes. I thought that here we would react, so this could also kind of be an along. You can see here, this is another 3 minute gap, and my condition where, okay, if we close now above this 3 minutes, we just retrace back to this 3 minute, and then we close above another 3 minute, was the highest time frame inversion. But no, we ended up just going back to it and then displacing nicely. So that's a good entry, when you display it back into a gap and then you have a nice reaction from it, and then you inverse this one. You also inverse below the first placenta. So I was like, okay, after this candle, I enter here, 94.25, 94.25, like here. As soon as this candle open, the stop would have been over this, because, or at the closure, because if here in this case we would have closed below immediately, inverse this gap here, I don't want to be in a trade, okay? But yeah, what ended up happening, we just retrace back to this gap. There's a lot of gaps. I can take this. This was again the 3 minute. Oh shit. This here. So if this gap here, okay, if this gap here gets inverse immediately, then I don't want to be, okay? So we just respected the midpoint here, and boom, that was the target here. And yeah, that's it. Then what happens after, I don't care. So yeah, this was a nice read. Pretty happy about it, even though I was not in the right state of mind, we could call it. Still ended up seeing it and playing it. Again, being very cautious, being really careful. Last week was a 505. Today would have been also a nice win, but again, I was not at all in the right mind. Very tired, and so yeah, it's been kind of hard start of the week because I cannot sleep. I don't know why. I wake up 5 times a night, so really my mind is really it's a bit fucked. I don't know why, but we will see. So yeah, for me now, my goal is we have those 5 accounts on Apex. I have some challenges for Tradify and Alpha. I'm gonna try, of course, the CPI method. So if I'm gonna pass those with CPI, then I'm gonna be really cautious, because gonna be, if I pass them all, then it's gonna be other 5. So again, 10 accounts. So we'll see. I just live in the present. So if we can have again back 5 accounts, all like they can start almost all at 50k. That will be amazing. And again, my strategy, I will risk 300 to 400 maximum per trade, and I put my stop where it makes sense, and I adjust the sizing every time I enter. I don't have to enter always with one mini. That was, I think, my mistake for these accounts that I had before, and ended up losing some of them. So now I think that's my adjustment, and I just want to enter really nice trades. I don't want to enter kind of half decent trades. And then yeah, I don't have a timeline. I don't need to make a lot of money now. I made before, and I still have kind of a salary of it, so I don't need it now. I'm lucky that I can say that. So when you don't have the pressure, you can perform better. So yeah, that's my situation right now. Of course, I have fun sharing, making these videos, and now that I can actually consistently see for the past months that I read it well, and I understand when I don't, and losses do happen, of course, but like I've been seeing way more consistently. My problem just need to be those adjustments that you can kind of learn in your first year. So yeah, I'm ready to get in the second year and do it really well. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of my goal for the rest of my stay here in Berlin. Of course, for this channel. And yeah, of course, if you want to join Discord, I'm more than happy. I talked already with a few people that enter. We did 2-3 hour calls, and I was very happy to meet these people that maybe are in a different situation than am I. And I can, of course, share everything that I know. You don't have to pay a dime. I'm just really happy that I can help someone And of course, if in the future there's going to be a lot of demand and the supply is just me, then of course there's going to be a price. But like now, if few people ask me per week help, of course I'm more than happy to give them. I don't care that much about the money. And yeah, that's it. This sounds good. You can enter, and I think we're creating a good group, and it will be very, very nice in the years that will pass. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.